Good morning, everyone. This is Nate, also known as Rides with Nate, back again with another YouTube video. Today is Saturday, May 10th at 9:43 in the morning. That's going to make me show you my password. It is some degrees because the Yamaha perpetually thinks it's 16. I really hope that doesn't actually tie back into the engine computer and is forcing this bike to run rich all the time. I'm stuck up against the curb on the center stand. This thing doesn't want to move. Oh, man, come on. It's only 642 pounds. Probably more with me. Actually, no. It's in the configuration with my panniers loaded and my trunk loaded, I'm probably closer to 660, 670 than my fat butt on it. You had at least 200 and, I don't know, what am I at? 12, 10, something. Let this thing idle down here a bit. So today we're off, soon to be at least, riding with the Spartan motorcycle group. So I'm heading to Adamstown, Maryland, to meet up with them. I did not go to their ride start. I'm meeting them up at a fuel stop. So I'm meeting at their first fuel stop. I didn't feel like riding all the way into practically DC when you look at it from where I'm at here in West Virginia. So I did not feel like riding all the way into DC this morning. So it's like, hey guys, I'll meet you at the first gas stop. Which did give me some extra time to sleep in, because when you've been graced with a face for radio like I have, you take the extra time for beauty sleep. So it's only about a half an hour ride to get there. It's not too bad. And as you can tell, the audio is significantly different, hopefully better. As Slight Moto has sent me his old GoPro Hero 8. If you haven't watched the unboxing video, please definitely go back and do that. I'll link it in the doobly-doo below. It was very thoughtful of him to do that. And I did figure out how to, I'm hoping, charge the GoPro while use it at the same time. I've got a battery bank in my riding jacket, or my riding vest, which has a charger hanging out of it. You can kind of see the wire if you can see my mirror. So hoping that will address any battery life concerns. I will say the GoPro Hero 8 with the media mod definitely added a little bit of chunk to the front of the helmet. I can feel it up there. It's pulling my face down. I can see the immediate complaints about and now understand more of like why people complained about the media mod. The what's it called? It gets hot. And I noticed last night, I don't know if it's the microphone I was using. I picked up a purple Panda, whatever one, from Amazon, and it's not working. I don't know if this is sensitive to what kind or what brand or type of microphone you throw at it. I think the word's impedance. It needs a certain impedance value or something. I don't know. I don't do audio. Like, I'm certain I could research it and figure it out relatively quickly and troll some GoPro forums just to see what other people have done. But we'll see. But this is nice because I no longer have to, hopefully, unless I'm doing group rides and with group audio recording through Cardo, I don't have to manually sync audio anymore. And then you'd have the feedback. Like when I was sitting here like this with my visor open, you wouldn't have feedback anymore when I'm riding through towns. Wake up. Not sure if you're waiting for a certain shade of green or if you're on your phone. Act alive. So first things first, OBX Rod and Customs, they went well. Saw a lot of cool cars, and I'll throw in some of the cars here. We saw lots of Bel Airs, and there was like this silvery pink Bel Air that absolutely captured my heart. There is a yellow one that just, oh my God, my generation of people, I'm 27, my generation will never understand. And I'm realizing there are kids nowadays, there is a very high likelihood they will never ride in a vehicle with an internal combustion motor. And that blows my mind. I don't know how to process that information, because I've always been a bit of a gearhead. I like cars, I like bikes. Generally, did my voice just crack? Generally, if it converts money into noise or burns gas and requires a helmet, I'm in. And the large majority of my family shares the same sentiment. But suffice it to say, OBX Rod and Customs, the Bel Airs won my heart. They weren't overdone, they weren't tacky, they were just simply stock. And I love that about them. Classic cars, when you start fading in the originality, I start having an issue. Like the Bronco, I love the Bronco. It's a family heirloom. I think no matter how it would have been done, I would have fallen in love with it. But if it were me, naturally, I would have done some things differently. Maybe not put the giant lift on it, but still would have put the really cool drivetrain in it. The 351 Windsor tied to a 4R70W truck transmission. It's basically a Ford F-150 drivetrain from the 90s and early 2000s, but in the body of a Bronco. It's great. We saw a bunch of other cool stuff there. There's a Plymouth Woody. 365 separate wood pieces went together to build that vehicle, according to the owner. It took years to restore it by hand, and I'm just like, oh my God, there's about 365 data points more of patience that you have that I don't. My hat is off to you, sir. Aye. So yeah, it was powered by a 350 small block. And a complaint that my uncle has that, like, I didn't understand at first, but now I kind of do, is, you know, he doesn't take photos of everything anymore. You know, he's been to enough car shows, he's seen a lot of it, cool, whatever. But he made a comment, it's like, oh, I don't take photos when you put different drivetrains in different power plants. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, well, look at all the T-buckets. There were a lot of Ford T-buckets there. And I think out of the, you know, dozen or so I saw, one had a flathead Mercury V8, while the rest had 350 small blocks. Now, I'm not saying 350 small blocks is a bad motor. What the 350 small block has become is cheap to acquire and easy to build. There's also a gorgeous red K5 Blazer. I'm just thinking all the ones I took photos of that, like, resonated with me. So I will throw that in here if I haven't already. There was also a Jaguar. I don't normally pay a lot of attention to Triumph and Jaguar. They just aren't my pace. They aren't my speed. They aren't what, as my uncle says, blows air up my skirt. But there was a Jaguar with, I believe it was a Chevy LS3 in it. Okay, now you're talking my language, but I want to pause on this photo for a brief moment. How the hell are you supposed to do the spark plugs on the son of a bitch? There's no room. I mean, maybe Fran or Slight can stick their tiny hands down in there and get a plug out, but, like, there'd be no way unless you go in from the bottom. And who's putting their carb on a lift to do plugs? Oh my God. Like, good job to the person who got that LS3 to fit. Like, oh my God. But, oh, it's insane. I'm trying to think what else stuck out. There was a left-hand drive Mini Cooper. That was pretty cool. The total departure from everything I've talked about so far. There was a Corvette with a lift. I didn't know what to do with that. That was just weird. I mean, cool. Like, I'm not going to shit on the guy for it. It was cool. But, like, one of those cases of, well, I wouldn't have done that if it was mine, but I could appreciate it on somebody else's. Oh, goodness. I will admit, maybe I should have worn something slightly heavier, although I think I'm fine. It may just look like I'm in a sweater, but I have my armor on underneath of it. I'll link the armor I'm wearing in the description box, or I'll just throw this screenshot of it here. You know, that's going to take more editing power, and you'll notice if you watch my videos, I don't always edit in the stuff I say I'm going to. Oh yeah, so OBX Rod and Customs, that was fun. I got wickedly sunburned the first day on my neck. My elbows caught a little bit of it, not too bad, but my neck caught a lot of it. It was not great. Not great at all. So I ended up being out on the field for the majority of the day Friday, and then Saturday I ended up spending a lot of time off the field, where my eldest uncle and I got to talking about used trucks, and his wife, my aunt, recently traded in her 2023 fully loaded Silverado in at one of the local dealerships, and they gave her a pretty decent penny for it. I think 41. It only had 40,000 miles on it, fully loaded, high country or something. It's a pretty nice, it's a pretty well off truck. And I drive a 2018 LT Silverado E-Assist. It's a hybrid, and what that got you was 322s, I believe, or the rear gear ratio. So it's the gross vehicle weight rating is much lower than a standard Silverado with 355s in the rear, but it's the same 5.3 V8. And I want to say on my 300 plus mile one-way trip down to the Outer Banks and back, I earned 23.5 miles per gallon. Like, not bad out of a full-size truck. It's really good. Now, it's not competing with the 3-liter Duramax, but it's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. So I got to looking at the dealership because my uncle made a comment, well, hey, maybe they still have your on-sold truck there. And I'm like, maybe they do, because my uncle is very meticulous with maintenance. Oil changes, I believe he's already done the front and rear diff, the transmission fluid. He's very smart. He used to be an engineer. Now he's retired and enjoying retirement very happily. So I'm loading. So I went over to the dealership at his, they've done a lot of business with that dealership. So calls up a sales guy and refers me. So I walk in and get a pretty good treatment. They give me the Carfax. They're like, if you're anything like your uncle, we've already printed a lot of the stuff out for you. And it's like, man, all right, they know this guy. And I got to looking at the price. They drafted up pricing just assuming standard interest rates nowadays, which, oh my God, I haven't had a loan or like I haven't had to draw up a loan since I bought my Silverado in 2022, 2021, somewhere in there. And mine's not great. My interest is not great. But good God, the interest rates nowadays are abysmal. 12% on a vehicle loan? 15%? What in the... So, it's a fully loaded Silverado. It's a nice trim package. I think it's the high country. And they were predicting my payments would be somewhere of $1,000 a month? No! No! He brought the paper back and he goes, so this is what we're looking at. And I'm like, man, you keep on looking, because you may as well save your time, my guy, because there is no way I'm signing any dotted lines here. Good God! They wanted something, I think, for a used 2-year-old Silverado. Used, 40,000 miles. Now, it was taken care of. I know the first and original owner, so, like, very good risk to take. But holy shit, man. They wanted, after financing, tax, tag, title, bullshit, dealer, dock fees, they could totally set. $58,000 for a used truck. $58,000. What in the fresh hell are they thinking? Out the door cash price. Well, the price they're actually asking for the truck is $49,000. So they're turning, once they run it through, once sales gets charged the cleaning fee and all the prep fees, I get the dealership has their overhead to deal with. Probably a $5 to $6 grand profit. I got to talking to my plus one, and like, I'm sorry, Uncle Luke and Jen, if you're watching, but like, he's like, they are really not like giving you a deal. And the general consensus amongst my family was like, that's icky. Ew. No. Do not buy. I'm like, yeah, not for that price. No, they can keep it. Oop, I'm gonna get there really early. Let's just back off a little bit. I know my sentiments are shared though. I'm looking at like the cost of bikes even. Like the new dual sport from Honda, the NT1100. That's a really cool bike. I don't think fully loaded it's worth, I think it's at 13,000. And like when I'm looking at what this FJR is, and this thing's, a sport touring bike, I'd be hard pressed to, compare these. I'd rather spend more if they ever brought the FJR back and get a new FJR than get an NT1100. Now, if this thing up and went tits up today and I needed a new bike, my options would be NT1100 because I do like the sport touring or a Goldwing. I'd love a Goldwing. There's actually one for sale from Pennsylvania. It's an 08, 25,000 miles. They want about $9 grand for it. It's like, oh, it's got everything with it. It's it's a gorgeous color too, fully loaded. Oh man, oh. I have to tell myself no. My credit card company upped my limit to $22,400 on my card. I have no idea what I'd ever spend that much money on and have a balance on the card that high. But I guess I could go buy a Goldwing. And all week I've been telling myself, that would be stupid, don't do it. That would be stupid, don't do it. But man, would that be great. Oh, the last time I rode Goldwings, man, if I ever get stuck commuting, I'm not gonna like a Goldwing to do it. This is fine, but it is when it's already hot outside and I've had a long day. I really don't enjoy the thought of straddling a 650-pound missile of heat to ride home, 2 hours. And they're supposed to be rolling in here for gas. It was branded a Liberty at one point, but I don't think it's a Liberty anymore. Well, there's a bike. Is that one of them? I don't know. I don't recognize the bike. I'm not going to bother topping off. I've got plenty of gas. Oh, honey, if you're going to move, that'd be swell. That'd be absolutely swell. Because I can park my happy butt right there. Let's wait for you. Please don't hit me. Thank you. Perfect. About 10 minutes early. Right inside, grab a bottle of water real fast. And I'll be on my happy way once they get here. Now, the trick is getting this big girl up on the center stand. not too bad today. Alright. I've got nothing more to commentate for now, so I'm going to let you all go. And maybe I'll edit in some other ride footage throughout the day. And he is not with our group, I guess. Nope, he is rolled off. As per usual, I like being the first one here. Yeah. Oh, darn it. Clipped my keys onto my belt without being ready. Grab my hat. Oops, hit the camera. Okie doke. I will join you back when the ride is starting.